Today, Leslie Van Houten, former Manson cult member from the 70s, was released from a California prison after serving over 52 years for her part in the Leno and Rosemary LaBianca murder. Now, this is not the first time that Van Houten has been up for parole. She's actually been up several times, but the former governors, as well as the current governor, stated that the families of the victims are still suffering, and therefore Van Houten should continue to suffer in prison. That decision was overturned by the California Supreme Court, and Van Houten walked out free today, where she will live in a transitional center and receive education and employment training to help her adapt to society. This has left many wondering whether the California Supreme Court got it right or did they get it wrong. Van Houten was 19 at the time of the crime. She is now currently in her 70s. To give you some clarity and perspective on the crime and Van Houten's role in it, in a 1994 interview with Larry King, she wanted to tell her side of the story. And she told Larry, in her own words, "When I walked into the house, I found Rosemary lying on the floor. I stabbed her in the lower back 16 times. So the question remains, was she a brainwashed cult member or a willing participant? And does she truly deserve the right to walk on the streets of America again? There's always going to be two sides to a story, and there's always going to be two sides to a parole hearing. There's simply not enough time to go in detail about this case, nor is this the proper place to do it. But I do challenge you to do your research and check out and investigate this crime to see exactly how heinous it truly was, as well as the other crimes that were committed by the Manson family that week. And then you answer the question, did they get it right or did they get it wrong with this release? Stay tuned.